Early this evening, the Maine State Ferry Service is adding a new ship to its fleet at the Rockland Ferry Terminal.
And while state ferry officials say the 104-foot-long vessel will be the smallest that they have, its name honors a Mainer with some very big accomplishments. Here's News Center Maine's Drew Peters.
A new ferry in Rockland's harbor, honoring Maine veteran and member of the Penobscot Nation, Charles Norman Shay.
He provided lifelines for people in tough circumstances. This boat's going to provide a lifeline to people who live in tough circumstances.
At 19 years old, Shay served as a combat medic during the D-Day invasion.
He's not a big man, but just digging his feet into the water and grabbing these bodies out because they were going to drown.
The ferry will serve Mainers traveling to and from rural Matinicus Isle. Ferry officials say the ship has the capacity to carry 149 passengers and 7 cars over the nearly 2.5-hour trip.
This boat has considerably more passenger space, so we're hoping that more people will realize if they're just coming to the island to visit, they don't need to bring their car.
With no stores on the island, Matinicus Isle Ferry Service Advisor Eva Murray says residents of the island rely heavily on the ferry for common necessities.
We absolutely depend on the ferry for anything that needs to be delivered, either direction, and we're hoping that this means we have a long span of time ahead of us with the ferry service.
According to state ferry officials, the ship is the first vessel in Maine's fleet to be named after a member of the Wabanaki Nations, with its location being chosen due to the Penobscot Nation's presence on the island for centuries. A tribute Shay's nephew and fellow Penobscot member Tim Shay says he and his nation are honored to have.
We're now being recognized for who we really are, and how we connect to this land, and what we've sacrificed for it.
Shay himself sending this message all the way from France, where he now lives.
I feel very proud to have a boat bearing my name right where my ancestors had their summer encampment.
Officials with the Maine State Ferry Service say the Charles Norman Shay will be ready for travel by the end of this month. In Rockland, Drew Peters, News Center, Maine.
One other note, ferry workers at the Rockland terminal say a video from Shay describing his life and his military service will also be played on televisions during trips to and from Matinicus Island.
That's a great addition.
Yes,
Very
I like that touch.
Worthy tribute.